What's up, YouTube? NBA Jerry here. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Now, before I get started with this video, I want to quickly say I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run their YouTube channel, or I'm not trying to tell anybody how they think. You know, everybody has their own opinion, and you can take this video how you want to take it, but I'm just giving it to you from my view or perspective, as you can see from the title. Now, I want to talk about this perspective things. You know, there's some individuals on YouTube that are uploaders and things like that talk about putting things in perspective. You know, they're comparing certain players. They're saying, oh, you know, the media is saying this and that about this guy, and let me put it in perspective, and they'll show different things on this player, and basically saying that the media has it wrong, and this is how you got to look at it from a historical standpoint or from the statistical standpoint or whatever it is. Here's my take on this. First of all, there is no right or wrong when it comes to players. Who's better and who's not. That's just an opinion. There's no absolute fact that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Now, if you took a vote and said, hey, you know, let's vote and see who the best player to ever play the game, probably people would say Jordan. But there's no absolute formula to that. But for some reason, there's people out here that just have to prove that this player A is better than this player B, and if they don't agree with them, for some reason, they get all mad about it. Let me start off by saying this. Let me say this first of all. When you're going to somebody's YouTube channel and they're talking, you know, especially if somebody says, let's put it in perspective. Let me put it in perspective for you guys. You have to know where that person is coming from. Okay? Every YouTube channel, I don't care who they are. Everybody has their own opinion, and they have their opinions that they lean on. For instance, I get like my boy Corey the True 683. Now, when you go to his channel, you already know where he's coming from. Okay, you know where he's coming from. He doesn't like LeBron James. You know, he bashes him till the cows come home. Everybody knows that. You come to my channel, you know that I feel like Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time. I feel like LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. I'm critical of him. And then there's certain guys that just can't stand Kobe, love Jordan, love LeBron. You know, so when they're telling you, let's put it in perspective, and then they show you a bunch of stats that show that what their opinion is, then that's not put it in perspective. So you guys gotta know where people are coming from. So everybody's perspective is different. I'm gonna give you an example. I was at the mall the other day, and me and my homeboy was, you know, walking through the mall or whatever, and he saw a female. Okay, and to him, he was like, "Damn, man, she's fine. That girl's fine." And I looked at her, I said, "Man, she's all right." And he's like, "Man, you don't think she's fine?" I was like, "No, not really." Because from my perspective, she wasn't, but from his, she is, or she was. You know, she was pretty. You know, and everybody has their own perspective. I'm not going to sit here and not be his friend and go off on him and act like a dictator and not be his friend because he doesn't agree with me like some people do. I'm just not going to do that. So, you know, when people are talking about put it in perspective, that's their perspective. And don't let anybody, tell you or make you change your opinion or try to change your opinion because your perspective is different than them. And there's some people on here, man, that just don't understand that people have different opinions. And just because they don't agree with you, that don't mean they're wrong. I'll give you an example. I seen a video the other day. It was a Kobe Bryant and a Jerry West comparison. Now, first of all, even before I watched it, and I didn't watch the whole thing, I just got to, skim through it because I already know where he's coming from, the guy who uploaded the video. I know he can't stand Kobe Bryant. And whatever player he compares Kobe Bryant to, he's going to make the other player look better, regardless if the player is better or not. So all throughout the video, he's basically giving a bunch of stats and all irrelevant stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, because I guess he said in the beginning of the video he's not trying to make anybody look bad, and the guy claims he's unbiased and straight down the middle, which everybody knows he's not. And he basically saying that, I'm just trying to put things in perspective. No, you're not trying to put things in perspective. You're trying to put it in your perspective. Anyways, I digress from the video. Basically, what I'm saying is this. Don't let anybody tell you you're a Kobe tard or you're a LeBron tard because you don't agree with them. You know, everybody has their own right to their opinion, and you have your perspective on what you see. And if you watch the game a certain way and you see what's going on, if you feel like that's the best player, then that's the best player. I had somebody leave a comment to me the other day saying Kobe Bryant's the greatest player of all time. I didn't block him. I didn't delete him from my account. You know what I said? I respect your opinion, man, because I do. And that's what we all need to do. So do me a favor, guys. Put it in your own perspective, and don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, tell you how to look at things and who the best player is, because you have a right to your own opinion. All right? You guys have a good weekend, And thanks a lot for listening. Peace.